Good morning. Today I'm going to be building, as you can see, a birdie collage story. Excuse me. I chose this page, which has the beautiful pocket on the bottom with the stitching and the flosses and the silk bow, and I thought, well, I just looked at those colors and thought that called for a birdies. And then when I was in my birdie basket, which is getting very depleted, I noticed this at the very bottom, and I thought, oh my, look at that. So what I'm going to do is lay down these birdies in approximately the place that I have them on the paper. There we go. And now I'm going to put aside my book bone. And I don't know if you are able to notice the quick sketch I did of a tree with some branches. And I got out my Manvi craft colors in brown and green. Let's see what we can do now with this brown to give us the start of our tree. This one. And this one. And this one. Okay, let's just add another bit to the bottom to give the trunk a little bit more definition down here. That's a little bit better. And now for my white eraser, I noticed that I went off the line a little bit up there. And so we have that beginning. Now we're going to put on some leaves. We're not going to do a lot of them because they really don't show that much. But I feel like this is a Saturday morning that's definitely birdies and leaves. So just some small idea of leaves. And they are so easy to do with this felt tip. I don't mind if there are some that have empty negative places in the middle of them. That's fine. It's just suggestions of leaves. I do hope you are all well and that you're going to enjoy your Saturday and maybe find a little time to do some crafting. I hope so. But if not, Our crafting is always waiting for us, and of course it lives in our minds. We can do an awful lot of crafting in our heads, can't we? Some people call it planning. I call it crafting in my head. Is that enough? I believe it might be. At least for the green. And now I'm wondering if I shouldn't play up those purple bits that look like berries over here in this little tiny piece of craft paper that I had left over. Let's see if we have anything in here that might do the trick. Somehow I don't think so. For some reason, purple is not a color that gets much well. I suppose we could utilize red, but I'm not seeing too much of that either. No. Well, that's very disappointing. Oh, I could use the finer point and just work at it a little bit, Carol. Let's see, because we do have the red on our well, that's working, isn't it? Not as easily as if it had been a felt tip, but we can make do. This is great fun, and I do get quiet because I'm relaxing and enjoying and sharing with my good friends. I think we'll stop there. Alrighty, now we need a glue book. And some Elmer's Extreme. And a card. That's a nice background. I think we'll call that done and dusted. We have to put this on first. And it goes about in the middle over here. Now should it go this way? Yes. Yes. And these birdies down here. And they seem a little bit too white along the edge. I'm thinking they do. I'm thinking they need a little bit of walnut stain just around the edges. Distress Oxide Walnut Stain hides a multitude of sins and whiteness. Let's see what we can do here. Ah, yes, that's much better. And that little bit of branch, I'm going to make believe I'm attaching that branch to the one that I drew, which you and I know is was not in the plan. Okay, birdies. There we go. And there'll be plenty of room in the pocket. And this will not take up too much space. Oh, I'm liking it so far. Now, these big birdies are going to get the same treatment. Now, how are we going to place these? And now let's just check this little guy. Down there. Oh, look at the little bit of red on him. Well, didn't that work well with those red whatever they are. Should he come down a little further yet? Yes, I think so. Okay. We have this branch touching the tip of that leaf. This branch touching the tip of this leaf. And the little guy. He needs to look like he's connected to that branch some way. So, okay, I'm going to push him in a little bit further. He's going to go toward that. He's going to need a little tiny touch. Will it make it? Yes, it will. Looks like he's eating a berry. Okay, the stories that I can make up to go with my collage. And now, does he look like he's flying away? Or he's flying too? It certainly plays up the color. Down here, no, I think he's flying towards the birdies. That's what I think, and I'm sticking to it. Nope, not completely. Not not completely glued. Okay. And now black, just to add tiny bit of antenna. Well, there we go. We have a basis of this page, and I'm thinking that this entire page might need a little walnut stain. Just what the doctor ordered. Now, I think I'll clean up while I'm thinking. I'm thinking whether or not we need any more. Or if this is a less is more page. I like the way these colors work together. I wish I could hear what you were saying to me. No. I think this makes me happy. I think I'm going to leave it alone because this is such a strong statement here, and it is going to have a card in it eventually. And if I get to have a brainstorm, I can always come back to it, but I don't think so. I think that we're going to work on less is more on this one. I do hope that you have enjoyed sharing this short time with me, as I made a collage story with birdies and branches. And these play up the red on the face of that bird, which I didn't really realize was there. And of course, the beads on the front of this, the cover of this book. Let me get a little bit closer for you. There's our collage story. and the lovely textures that Frosted Bramble has put on here. Some stitchery, a pretty silk bow, if you have enjoyed sharing this short visit with me today, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, I do answer them, and I would appreciate your subscribing to my channel. Bye now.